kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds, and when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Sim Racing Media Network. We are live here from beautiful Talladega Superspeedway here in Alabama. I am joined today by my broadcasting partner, Alan Bergen. Alan, how are we doing today?
It took you a few weeks, but you're getting there. No, I'm doing good. Hey, look, all these race teams have worked to get to this moment in time and get to where we are here on championship night. And looking at the weather here, we got a 64-degree day, 62% relative humidity, partly cloudy skies, and 3-mile-an-hour wind. So look, it's what I like to call Chamber of Commerce weather right now.
Yeah, this is the weather that they would definitely like for you to be visiting them. A day like today is a great day, as you mentioned. It is, championship night here for the Ruff-Neck Racing Truck Series. Their third season ready to come to an end already. I cannot believe. I remember when they were just getting started as a group, not just together as a league, but just getting together on iRacing. And man, today we get this amazing opportunity to broadcast their championship night. So as they get prepared to finish their qualifying session, let's go ahead and go over our championship contenders here for tonight. Jimmy Rowdy in that number 29 truck. He is your leader coming into tonight with a 16-point lead over Matthew Gall in second. Matthew Gar, last week's winner, of course. So, big boost for him to jump into second. Daniel Love, 1 point behind Gall there, and with 289. 6 points behind him is Steven Shue, and only 3 points behind him is Jeff Scott. So we have a 26-point difference between first and fifth here, and then 10 more points back to Andrew Smith. But I think the focus will be your top five, mainly this top three in Rowdy, Gall, and Love.
Yeah, well, hey, look, Isaac Love was the points leader. It's the points leader. He had a couple bad races, and I dare say that, but you just can't afford bad races in this league. And when you win the pole, you get three bonus points. Leading the most lap gives you 5. Fastest lap of the race gives you 1 and 1 point. And if you win, you get 5 extra points. So those extra bonus points in there are very huge for a lot of these drivers.
Yep, and that bonus point for pole going to go to a non-championship contending driver here tonight in Chris Ramsey with a 55.770, followed by Jeffrey Ledford. There in second, Jason Kinney, and your championship leader coming into tonight on the outside of row number 2. So going to be a good start for him, already starting in front of his competitors. Then we look into row 3 with Rick Baldwin and Jeff Scott, who's fifth in the points. Matthew Ace, Matthew Gall are one of our other drivers here, battling for the championship. Row 4, Benjamin Richards and Jared Epker going to make up your top 10, and we're going to see 25 drivers here in tonight's race. So definitely an exciting one to have so many. Row 6, Adam Sprinkle and Christopher Barker. Daniel Love and Mickey Davino make up row 7. Then Chad Hawkins and Steven Shue will make up row 8. Row 7, Daniel Love being the 4th of our 5 championship contenders coming into tonight.
Yeah, as we move on to the field, starting 16th will be Dalton Steele. I think you already went over that one, though.
No, we're on row 9 with Tony Richards, then Dalton Steele is row 9. There we go.
And row number 10 is going to be Andrew Smith and Christopher Hodges. Edward Fielder starting 21st. To his outside will be James Dean in that number 76 truck. James Wagner will start in 23rd. Johnny Hurst. And rounding out the field will be Tim Richardson, the chief cook and bottle washer here at Ruff-Neck Racing.
You know what I find interesting is that all your drivers, they only get one faster pair for tonight's race as per usual. This league started with having 3 faster pairs and a race, and you know what? The races were still pretty darn good.
Well, I tell you what, Talladega is one of those tracks that it's like a wild card, and what better place to hold your championship race than at Talladega? But here we are. The lights are out on that iRacing.com pace car, and we're getting ready to go green. Now remember, Talladega, the start-finish line is not at the middle. It is down on the front straightaway. As we are here, Barney.
Oh, Barney's still.
The green flag. Yeah, Barney's got the green flag in the air.
There are the trucks. There they're coming.
As we come to the Geico restart zone. Barney, wave that green flag.
And we are championship racing here at Talladega. Oh my God, we've got a big wreck here already going into 1.
Calamity. We're going to stay green though.
We will stay green, and there goes Jeff Scott, one of your championship drivers. And I think Daniel Love will escape. I don't think he got damage from it. That's going to break up your field in a massive way. You know what? And everybody, I got to tell you this. This does not surprise me one bit. It seems like something happened with Daytona and Talladega this week that the cautions just are not coming out on some of these big wrecks. I raced a truck race last night at Daytona. We had trucks across this track stopped, and nothing was happening, and we just maybe assumed it was a nightly thing. Oh my goodness, it seems like this is going to be a possible issue for tonight. What a way to throw a wrench in for these drivers as well in championship night.
Well, if I'm an admin in one of these racing leagues, I'm almost certain that I would just switch. I would have switched into admin cautions.
Yeah, unfortunately, they might not even be 100% aware. Alan, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into Ruff-Neck with them and make them a little bit aware of that. See if, in case they're not.
All right. Well, while he's doing that, we got Chris Ramsey right there, and he's on the inside in that 13 truck, battling for the lead. And we got a 5-truck breakaway. You gotta be careful. And we got a truck smoking, and there's 3 more trucks back there just out of frame, just looking to get in there and get into the mix.
And that might have been Jeff Scott coming in. It was Johnny Hurst as he made his way down with a blown engine in his truck.
Well, look, they got a couple fast repairs, so if he can limp it in there, he won't have to take the penalty of getting a tow.
Oh, that is true. So we're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break of the evening, everybody. Just give us one moment so that we can make sense for everybody as to... Oh, here's Paul. Paul!
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I was just ready to jump in the chat with you guys, or at least with the admins. I did a race last night, trucks at Daytona, and even with iRacing cautions on, you can have 7 trucks across the track stopped, and cautions were not coming out. So just in case you guys aren't 100% prepared for that, I think that might be another problem tonight.
That is... I wish you would have told me that before we started.
Well, I assumed there was something from last night only, you know? I was like, why would I throw panic on the admins on their championship night? You know, there's no reason to worry about it. Well, yeah, I should have, yes.
Really? We're on stream, right? They can hear me, right?
Yes, no, everybody can hear us, yes. Everybody understands what's happening.
We're friends, right? You and I are friends, right?
Well, I hope so.
You're supposed to be my friend to be looking out for me and tell me when stuff like this happens, right?
You didn't jump into chat with us before the race.
That's because I was eating my dinner.
I'm so sorry, Paul. Anyway.
Look, I actually freaking cooked tonight, okay? I cooked on a race night. Can you believe it?
Well, I mean, you're the crazy man for doing it, but here we are. So now you've got some extra work to do, Mr. RC, because there's gonna be a lot of situations tonight where caution won't come out due to iRacing.
All right. Well, that's actually very, very good to know. I appreciate it, Angel. You know, I had to give you a little bit of a hard time for not telling me ahead of time.
My pleasure, buddy.
I appreciate the heads up.
So here's my thing, Paul, as we're working here on lap number 5, is I got so used to you coming in here and bantering off air with us. I told Angel, I said, "Where's the penguin?"
He was sad. He was sad not to hear from you.
Yeah, I cooked an extra meal tonight. I thought I started soon enough, and I got told, "Hey, it's 10 minutes after 6," and I went, "Oh."
He left it on slow and into his computer to RC a race.
Well, what it was is I was kind of taking my time eating instead of just, wolfing it down.
Fair.
And I was taking a break between my first and second burrito, and yeah. Needless to say, the second one went down the gut real quick because, well, it was already 10 minutes after 6 and I had to get everything going.
Well, for those of those in YouTube land that don't know, Paul, the Penguin, and myself are in the Central Time Zone. So when you hear 6 o'clock on an Eastern Time Zone race, it's really 7.
Oh, that's right.
That's fine. I wasn't going to say anything. We're almost wrecking, though. The top side Foothills Motorsports teammates, Chris Barker and Jeffrey Ledford. Wow, that was a close moment. And, right now they're trying to help their teammate Steven Shue win this championship. Matter of fact, Steven Shue had the fastest lap. So right now, holding on to that bonus point as well.
Yes. So, as we were working lap 6, we got 5 laps complete. Now 6 laps complete. These trucks are finally 2 by 2. I think they're settled down. I don't think we see a caution here tonight. I think it's going to go by really, really quick. Well,
I mean, now that they're a little bit more aware, we'll probably see a caution, assuming a wreck happens again this next time, especially because we had a lot of guys really get hurt by that. Like Jeff Scott, I mean, any chance, his chance was going to be a little difficult, but any chance of him in a championship tonight, quite possibly over. And then Rick Baldwin, Johnny Hurst involved in that one. Then, Tim Richardson now having lost the draft, he's working there. Got quite a few guys. Daniel Love, Matthew Gall, 2 more of these championship drivers. Maybe not the worst thing for them, though, to be in a pack on their own over there, where in case the chaos of this front pack happens, they could be away from it, because Shu and Rowdy, they're 4th and 6th, or wherever they're going to keep shuffling around to, and that's a wreck waiting to happen possibly.
Hey, look, we're only 8 laps into this piece. A couple quick cautions, and you're right back in it. So, the only person that wants it to go caution free right now is Jeffrey Ledford. If you're a guy named Rick, a guy named Johnny, a guy named Scott, maybe you're a guy named Tim, you want it to be somewhat of a caution fest.
Yeah, you're hoping for something, it didn't even have to be a caution fest. You just want at least an extra caution, And some of these guys, yeah, they need that caution because they need to get some damage repair, because there's going to be some guys as well that are running back there that got damage from that, who've decided not to pit. And, they're just trying to, whoa, the 96 gets down onto the apron. You're going to see this where, the front driver, you see Jason Kinney and Jeffrey Lefford. I promise you, they are full throttle right there. They cannot push that pedal down anymore. Having those checkups throughout the field, it really is going to hurt some of these drivers if you're not paying attention.
Well, you're not wrong there, Angel. We got a Christopher Barker and Steven Shu inside line. Jeffrey Ledford there, he's on the outside line, and you gotta wonder. I take that back. They're all 3 on the inside line. All the Foothills Motorsports guys are essentially working together right now and trying to separate themselves out.
Well, yeah, I mean, their teammate Steven came in 23 points out, so he had just as tough of a task as Jeff Scott, essentially, to try to get up there and win. I mean, I think right now the only problem with this scenario is that he needs to be the first truck in this pack to try to get the bonus points for leading the most laps, because that's an extra 5. That's a big boost that he could have right now. So running 3rd in his group, maybe not the best to his benefit, but you know what? There are those drivers. You got 65 laps to go after they complete this one. There's still plenty of time.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, we're only 10. We've completed 9 laps out of 75. We're working lap 10 right now, getting ready to come to lap 11. So they're almost 2 and 3 wide, and you got to wonder right now if you are in that 45 truck. If you're Dalton Steele, you want that 66 truck behind you. And look, so Dalton Steele, he's gonna probably go up, get ahead of the Jeffrey Ledford there in that number 1 truck, that 01 truck rather, and just jump in right behind.
Yeah, they're gonna, they're Toyotas, but they're not Toyota teammates. 45 of Dalton Steele being a social outcast racing. So yeah, he's gonna try to find his way. But when you have 3 teammates like that there, the outside works great, but you gotta have 3 to 4 very strong trucks that can stay really tight on each other on the outside to really make it work. And you see Dalton Steele got a little bit of a good push now from Jason Kinney. Now Chad Hawkins behind them, and some good side drive can really get these 2 packs battling side by side. Hard racing already, 12 now on lap 12. Oh no, they're wrecking! Oh, and there it is, Steven Shu.
45. Oh, that's the caution.
There it is, the risk.
Oh no.
And he looks like he's all right. I don't think it'd be a fast repair need, but this also could possibly take away his opportunity to go out there. And I think that's the front end of the 58 of Johnny Hurst. Anyways, yeah, so big moment there for this 00. He's gonna need a lot of help to be able to make up these points. Let's go back and check out what happened. So you see on the outside, Jason Kinney giving some great pushes to the 45, trying to get to the right, trying to get a little bit. That's where it was. At that moment is where this all starts. It doesn't always have to be. But see where the 66, he gets into the right rear. He has to back off there so he doesn't wreck him in the middle of the turn. causes him to go high. 84 has to check up. Then it goes to 68, I believe, checking up. And as they all just keep checking up from there, 66 gets into the back of the 45 at a bad angle, and that just sends him right into the 00. And well, that's the unfortunate situation, Alan. All right, let's go ahead and check out. Oh, it looks like Alan may have dropped on us. All right, hold on, everybody. All right, well, Alan will be right back. So give him a moment, see if he gets his internet fixed, whatever the case may be. So Jeffrey Leff are going to go ahead and make his way down pit lane, along really with the rest of the field. Before we go to our first commercial break, we will at least let everybody know the overall fuel window for these trucks is going to be about 20 to 22 laps, give or take. If you're going to be that control truck leading a lot of laps, full throttle, could be a little bit less as well. So these drivers are going to need quite a few pit stops to make it through their race tonight, especially if we have green flag racing. Well, they'll need to be making green flag stops. So you see a lot of them taking just fuel only. So while they do that, we'll go ahead and give everybody an opportunity to get off of pit lane. We'll go ahead and hit our first commercial break of the evening, everybody. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here live from Talladega Superspeedway for the Ruff-Neck Racing Truck Series, brought to you happily by James Wagner's Welding and AdminBoxx. Thanks you to both for being a big sponsors here for the season. Big shout out, of course, for James Wagner's Welding for the last 2 seasons being the title sponsor. Alan, we got you back here. Yeah,
I don't know what happened there.
No problem. Things happen. Jeffrey Ledford going to come back out in first. You see that one truck right there in front of him going to just try to get his lucky dog. I think that might be Jeff Scott. Yeah, that is Jeff Scott in the 38. So I apologize. The wave around is what he will be trying to get. And nope, I think I lost one driver for a second, but I think he might be back. There you go. I have a little bit of a connection issue for them as well. So we're going to have about 60. We're going to have actually 60 laps to go. And that should give us at least, let's see, pit a lap 40 and then once more at 60. So, yeah, at least 2 more pit stops. I don't really think they can stretch it. Some drivers said possibly 23 laps, Alan. But you'd have to save just too many laps, I think, to be able to stretch it and make it only on 1 more.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're going to come in at least 2 more times. For sure, in order to make it.
And we also... Oh, sorry, what?
Nonetheless, we're back doubled up.
Back doubled up. Yes, we are. iRacing.com pace lights are off. Foothills Motorsports teammates up front. Maybe not the teammates that need to be up front. The championship contender and Steven Shue is the one involved in that one. But he'll make his way back up there pretty soon. Already back up in the probably restarting in the 11th position, it looks like. So, excuse me. A long race to go, and a long race but a short race. So thank you everybody as well, and YouTube for joining us here as always. All of the usuals. Ty Trafford, I see him joining us on YouTube. I guess you're not racing tonight, so sorry if you had to miss out. Glad for everybody rooting on their championship contending friends, or even just their race contending friends. So iRacing.com, pace truck going down pit lane. Gonna give it a little bit longer of a wait before they get up to the Geico restart zone.
Barney, give me that green flag, because we're going back to green flag racing.
And there it is. Green flag is out. Lap 15 complete. We are off and away. Getting through the gears. Nice, long, slow start for these trucks as they get through turn 1.
Jeffrey Ledford back there in that third position inside that second line. Jimmy Pilen has a connection issue. He blinks for just a minute. Billy, here he is. And that's the byproduct of super speedways, as you're trying to draw so many cars on this little bitty, on this big old racetrack. But that's not going to phase these drivers.
No, I don't think one bit. Slight connection issue. He'll be all right. That was a slight blink, but it does make some other drivers a little bit weary of being around you. It almost makes me surprised, with Jimmy Rowdy with 16 points. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. It's Jimmy. He is he was always known, honestly, for being more of an aggressive driver. He's not been so much so as of late, but he's had the wins now to back it up. I think that confidence shows, and you see him look to the outside of one of these Foothills Motorsports drivers in front of Andrew Smith.
Whoa.
To try to get a good run to the outside. He needs an extra lap. He wants a lap led to negate any laps his other drivers have led to try to get that edge. So, yeah, again, one of those aggressive drivers early on. And I think it shows once again for him, because he had a 16-point lead coming into tonight's race. And instead of just kind of racing around the back and playing it cool maybe until the end and then kind of making your way through, he's out here and he's wanting to lead laps, making his way back up to the front of the field, now ready to lead lap number 17 and get that bonus point.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. It's Jimmy Rowdy's going to go ahead and take the lead. He says, I got it from here. Just follow me, guys.
Yeah, he went out there, took the lead with Andrew Smith right behind him. I think Andrew Smith is actually his teammate there on the Ruff-Neck Racing team for these guys. So Andrew, let's not forget, Andrew was our Season 1 champion. Christopher Barker in that number 46 is our Season 2 champion. And what Season 3 champion could very well be, anyone in this big group here, because you got Jimmy Rowdy and Steven Shu right there in this. But man, that third lane on the outside has really worked well. And look what it is. That's James Wagoner on the outside. No surprise. He's really good at these tracks as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Here comes a 77 truck. That's Adam Sprinkle. On the inside, he's got Jimmy Rowdy in tow. And we're 3 wide.
We are 3 wide for the lead, but guess what? These trucks, they are handling great right now, I think. At the same time, these drivers are still trying to find their way in between each other. 3 wide. They're going 185 miles an hour in the middle of that corner at that time. This is just fantastic. You got 9 trucks. I'd say, 9 trucks within 2/10 of each other. Are you kidding me? That is insane right now.
Hey, check this out. I got some good news for you. So the real-life Dover race taking place this weekend, right? Listen to this forecast. Friday, the high is going to be... hold on 1 second.
You ruined my
Wow.
excitement.
Barker got up in front of the 30, and it's going to force his teammate under him. He had no choice. It's simply the loss of momentum. They're 4 wide. They're sideways, beating each other a little bit. Oh, and there it is. The big wreck.
Whoa!
They were 4 wide. They could only hang on for so long, and Jeffrey Ledford just went flying into the wall, and he got the heaviest of that damage. Unbelievable. And Paul, you just joined us.
For a minute, but now I gotta go back to work, so give me a couple minutes to find out what's going on here.
Bye,
And
Paul.
I'll be in on the last 2 cautions.
Oh my goodness! All right, we'll let race control get back to work there. Man, now let's go back.
I got good news.
Yeah.
I got good news for you. So for those wanting to watch the Dover race, right? Check this out. Friday, the high is going to be 58 and sunny degrees, 5%. 5%. 5% chance of precipitation.
That's good. We don't need any rain. We're done with it.
Right.
All right. So here's
Saturday.
Oh. We still got more. Let's go.
Saturday for the Xfinity race, high is going to be 58 with 4% chance of precipitation. Sunday, 78 degrees. Chamber of Commerce weather. No rain.
Let's
Partly
go. Beautiful.
Back to the replay. Back to you.
Here we are. So make sure everybody's tuning in for Dover, one of my favorite tracks, as I was mentioning to you before. All right, so 3 wide. And so what happens is you see that the outside lane is coming. And Barker goes to block. And I don't know if maybe Ledford wasn't ready for it. So it kind of sends him out of line. And they're 4 wide here. And there's just only so much room. So oh, yeah, and then right in front of them, they get into the wall, so it causes them to check up, and big contact there for Ledford. So Foothills Motorsports having a great start to their race here.
Wow. If you're a guy named Adam, and this is the caution that those guys that were a lap down really just needed. It's Jeff Scott. It's going to be the I would presume the lucky dog.
Possibly, yeah, as long as he wasn't involved in that. So we should probably be going green with about 25 or a lap 25 maybe.
With 50 to go.
Man, that would make this super close for a one stopper because you'd have but 2 laps is just too much to extend. Here at Talladega, that's a lot.
I mean, you're gonna have to pit again. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, pit again, but do you have to pit twice? Then is the question, or only once? So sorry, Ty, that you you weren't able to make it in for tonight's race. Glad you are sitting in, watching with us, seeing what these other drivers are having to deal with, maybe, so you don't have to worry about the stress of what is a Talladega race. And your top 7 did not pit. They all pit on that previous caution on lap 13. And I guess I get it. If you really feel like there's no way that you can make it on one more stop, you don't have the need to come in just yet. Go ahead and keep your track position.
Definitely. Here we are on lap number 22. So we've got 23 completed here. And
let's bring in your leader for an interview.
Hey, we can do that.
Yeah, how about that?
Let's do that.
I haven't had a chance to speak with Adam in much.
Yeah, we can do that.
Well, actually, Penguin's going to join us first. Hold on, everybody.
Wait, what? What am I doing?
Well, I see that you joined us.
Yeah.
What you got for us?
The first incident, the first caution, was the 66 was given an EOL. He was squirreling around on the back end of the 45 and then came down and made contact with another truck, which made that truck spin. This last incident was deemed a racing incident. They were 4 wide. The 76 had tapped the wall, didn't make contact with anybody, but tapped the wall. And then the 01 and the 46 got together, kind of did a door bump, and then it just looked like there was some net code, and the 01 got sucked right up into the 46. So just deemed it a racing incident.
All right, that's gonna be Talladega. You know, there's only so much as well as some of these drivers can do, Paul.
Yeah, and there's only, you can't really. That's one of the hardest calls to make, is to say who's to blame on something like that, because they were 4 wide and there's really just no options there.
Yeah, I mean, and you can tell it was teammates and also that would make contact. I mean, so they're communicating as well. So they're like, I'm trying. So you can only imagine what the team chat sounded like.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I'm gonna be honest with. I don't want to know.
Especially with the championship contender as well involved in there.
Correct. All right, you guys. I'm gonna get back to the booth because we're getting ready to go green.
Go on, get out of here. Well, Alan, let's take us away here once they make their long drive around 3 and 4, and then back around to the to that start finish line. So we're not gonna bring Adam in. Just gonna be coming here to complete lap 23. So gonna be 52 laps left once we start going green here. So yeah, no, there's definitely no chance that you can make it at one more stop. So it's got to be 2 stops from here.
You're exactly right, but nonetheless, I want to point out something. At Daytona, they put the start-finish line in the middle of the specs of the tri-oval, and they weren't selling enough seats. So then, Bill France Sr. got the idea: if you move the start-finish line down to the little dog leg at the other end of the tri-oval, you'll sell every seat in the house. So that's what Bill France did when he built Talladega Superspeedway. But now Barney has that green flag in the air. Give me that green flag, Barney. Wave it, wave it, wave it.
They are up and away, getting up into the gears. As I mentioned, it's a slow get up to speed. Really for the trucks, but once you get into 4th gear, really get that draft moving, that second lap you can really start seeing the speed for some of these trucks. And here comes Daniel Love, making his way up to the front of the field. He's not even had an opportunity to lead a lap here tonight, and he had the points lead just a couple weeks ago. And as you mentioned at the start of the broadcast, just a couple of bad luck weeks for him, and Jimmy Rowdy's had some really spectacular ones as well. Really to close that gap and allow him to surpass him. So going into here tonight, Daniel said he knows he's got to, he really only wants to do is win this race. And, well, that puts you in your best position to win a championship.
Yeah, he's got to not be in every wreck. 2, you got to run smart. And, look, a lot of people say, oh, restrictor plate's easy. You're just driving around in a big circle. It's not as easy as it looks.
No, not at all. I mean, again, I mentioned right now they're going 190 miles per hour. When you're trying to give a little bit of a shove to the guy in front. You see Jason Kinney, you're having to back off. And there goes some drivers having to jump down to the bottom, including, that is the 01 of Ledford, I believe.
Jeffrey Ledford.
Yeah, so Jason Kinney having to get off of, had to let up in the middle of the turn so he wouldn't get into the back of the driver just in front of him. And again, that just caused another chain reaction through the pack. And that really could have taken out one of your championship contenders in Steven Shue and his teammate Jeffrey Ledford. So 50 to go here. A lot of racing left. Only a third of the way through the race. But that's the thing. We're also a third of the way through the race.
And that's the thing, too, is, 49 laps here, or 50 laps here, I would equate to about 100 or so.
Yeah, I mean, it really will add on for these drivers, as it goes. And, racing side by side, even single file, there's still so many things, going on through your mind. It's not just, even for the fans, even if you're watching, you think, well, you're just sitting there, just holding it together, holding it around. But, I mean, aside from these guys going 3 wide behind the tri-oval, but you're thinking, okay, what's my strategy? When am I going to come down pit lane? What am I going to do in this scenario? Where are my other competitors, that I'm battling here for the championship? So there's so many things that you got to think about on top of just trying to go out there and win the race, because it is Talladega and everybody wants to win Talladega.
Who doesn't want to win Talladega? I want to win Talladega.
I want to win. I want to be first. Absolutely. I mean, what more do you want? Then here comes at least a couple of drivers. Once again, really, really strong trying to use that third lane. Man, I got to say, it's James Wagner, that number 30 truck. If I'm anyone into this field and I see James Wagner coming up on that outside, I'm getting in front of him because he has really made that third lane work on multiple occasions.
Well, let's put it this way. I almost won a truck race here. Whoa, we got truck on the wall. No harm, no foul. He's going to hit the wall and he'll probably nurse that thing back to the pit. I almost won a truck race here on Saturday morning. This past Saturday morning, and I lost by 4/1000ths of a second, which is probably about as close as you can get.
4/1000ths of a second. That one hurts. I feel for you on that one. I did that Daytona race I did last night. They're wrecking. They're wrecking right there. Oh, hard hit. You got the 96 involved. Oh my goodness, Steven Shu. Oh my goodness.
Contender.
Yup, and I think Matthew Gall was involved in this one too, the 78. Another one of your championship contenders.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was involved too. Lap number 29. So look, if I'm in the field right now, we're at lap 30. So
I don't want to
we
be in
got
the field.
45 to go. Hey, I would have come in and get that top off, and that way I can at least make sure that I'm going to try to make it on one more stop.
There it is. That coordinating effect right in front that just started this. Oh, the 96
checkup.
You see right there, 96 just... I'm not sure exactly what all happens with Matthew Ace. He just kind of slides up into the 78, Matthew Gall, and that happened right in front of Steven Shu. Oh, and Steven Shu was almost able to make it through, but then more contact from behind, and it's just sandwiched. Yeah, the 65 almost sandwiched the two championship drivers there in the 78, and that 00. Wow, that's a heavy hit for Steven Shu. I don't know if he still has a fast repair or not.
Well, the 65 car did step into the Slim Jim. Or more like slammed into the Slim Jim.
And I'm not seeing a front end on this thing, and it is not getting repaired immediately. Oh my goodness. I think Steven Shu's chances, not necessarily that they've gone up in flames, but they've become a lot more slim. And here comes your leaders coming down pit lane.
Just as we called it. Here comes Adam Sprinkle, bringing the whole brigade down pit road. And like I said, Angel, you almost want to do this just to top off and make sure you absolutely have enough gas to get to the end, or as close to the end as you can get.
Yeah. So being lap 30, we'll go green. I know most of these drivers are probably going to want to come back and top off on the second time, so we might see a very long single file restart here if that's the case. I say that because again, 22 to 23 laps, if you can go 20, if you can push it to 23 this time, and let's say we go green, even 22, we go green on lap 32, then that would put you right at lap 55, and that should give you enough to feel good to make it to the end, and possibly a green white checker if it comes out.
I mean, you're definitely. We're working lap 30 under caution for I believe it's the third time tonight.
Third or fourth time? I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't keep track.
Well, we're not counting. We're not counting that big wreck at the beginning.
All right, Duke asking here, what's the time different, guys, for getting fixed without the fast repair? Well,
it really all depends on the repair. So if you have what I like to call how do I put this? Oh, if you have optional repair, you can repair a little bit as you go, providing you get those cautions. Now, required repair is the stuff you have to fix before you can get back on the racetrack.
Correct. And so the meatball being the fast, or where it's the required, and required could be anywhere from a couple of seconds, and it could be, I've seen it as high as 20-30 minutes, and of course that for most of these drivers would essentially end their night. So I know a lot of them are really hoping for a little bit of a different outcome in tonight's race. So Steven Shu, yeah, he's still on pit lane and definitely not on the lead lap anymore. Minimum of 2, going to be 3 laps down possibly. So he's the biggest loser in this, I'd say. But I got to give credit to one driver who's made quite the comeback here before we go green. And that is Jeff Scott. Jeff Scott was 2 and I think even possibly 3 laps down at one point from that initial incident that did not have a caution come out. And he has made his way all the way back here to the 6th position. What a great recovery for Jeff. Was actually where he started in 6th. So he's done a great job coming back from 2 laps down.
2 laps down, and what a run that he's had so far. Driver out of Morrill, Wisconsin. And I don't exactly know where he's at in the points, but I'm sure he's up there.
Well, going into tonight's race, he was 5th, 26 points out from Jimmy Rowdy. So he needed a lot to go his way, and it really hasn't. But he has done a great job of recovering as well.
But right now he's in that top 7, so we're going to come back to green with 45 laps to go here in this piece. And look, this race here, we're going to finish this out, and it's going to be an absolute banger.
Oh, man, with the Ruff-Neck Racing Truck Series and Talladega, I am confident in that one. The 76 in James Dean, he's going to be your control truck as the iRacing.com pace truck comes down pit lane. Everybody did come down pit lane this last time around. And as they get ready to go, to go through the gears, Andrew Smith will be restarting on the outside of him, and then Jimmy Rowdy and Chris Ramsey making up row 2 with championship contender Daniel Love there in 5th. They get going. Great restart there for the 76. The outside row, not so much, but they will get going now. He'll be side by side for 2nd, quite possibly for 3rd, and Chris Ramsey going to dive to the inside. Jimmy Rowdy looks to the outside. Thinks otherwise. He sees that he's got Daniel Love right behind him, and I think he says, you know what, maybe let me just keep him right behind me instead. But I know he wants to get in front of his teammate in Smith up top.
Daniel Love would love to get back to that top lane. Will Andrew Smith let him get in line? No, he will not. He will stay to the outside, just right there, just a half a truck length behind. If Daniel Love wasn't any chance of getting up there, fight for his win, he really needs that top line, and he really needs Andrew Smith to let him in.
Yeah, Rowdy, with Andrew being his teammate, he can have that confidence of going up there when he needs to, but I think right now he said, I can just manage where I'm at. And in reality, the 4 could also manage this for him as well, where he can just kind of stay right in front of, never mind, there goes the 29 in front of his teammate. Gonna give him the nice shove off of 2. Let's see what kind of run. That's a great time to make that pass when you're that 2nd car coming off of the turn, or right before you come off of the turn, because then you get the momentum from the outside, which typically has, of course, that the momentum going down the straightaway, and then you kill the momentum on the inside lane just that much more. Now they had the drivers behind the outside lane take it 3 wide, so that's what evened it out again. But yeah, that's a great time to make that pass.
Don't want to go 3 wide right now, but keep in mind the side draft can hurt you as well as help you. James Dean, that number 76 truck, the Kodiak sponsored Chevy Silverado, he's looking to fire off on that inside line. Ooh, we got Jeff Scott taking it to the extreme outside line. He's taking the Dale Jr. line around Talladega.
Oh my goodness, look at this. These guys are on top of each other. You have 2 championship contenders battling for the lead right now. Jeff Scott going to the outside, that 3rd lane. And what did I tell you? Look who it is. It is James Wagner once again on that outside. He is pushing Jeff Scott to try to get him a point lead or something. And then Jimmy Rowdy going to leave his teammate out to hang in the middle lane to get back to the bottom, as that middle has just disappeared.
Where did he come from? Where did James Wagner come from?
That outside lane again. It'll die out a little bit, though.
Here comes Andrew Smith is out to dry, like he's hanging on an Aunt Betty's coat or drying rack there.
And a clothesline outside. And here comes Daniel Love, another of your championship contenders. He said, let me make a move. And he's got Chris Ramsey behind him. A couple of shoving there from Andrew Smith. And here comes that outside lane, rolling hard again, this time with Barker and Dalton Steele having joined that group. These guys are... Oh, the 46! Oh, my goodness. Did you see how sideways...
Wow, what a moment.
And there it is. Daniel Love taxed the wall a little bit. Oh, my goodness. And there it is.
Oh, 45, 46, Barker.
Barker, I think, was meant to wreck regardless. I mean, he had... I'm sorry, Barker, to say it like that, but I think it was almost meant to say to be because... Did you see that save he had right before that?
He definitely had the save of the race.
Okay, so this is for the 46. Right there.
Oh, man.
I thought for
That
sure.
could have ended badly.
Unfortunately, it still would end up a little bad for him. Oh, yeah, it was just the 30 got into the 38.
Oh, man.
And then, it was just chain reaction.
Nothing he could have done differently.
I'm telling you, this Foothills Motorsports drivers have not had that, just not have any luck here tonight at Talladega. And, you know, we still got 40 laps to go.
Well, look, it's Murphy's Law for these guys tonight. If you're a Foothills Motorsports guy, you're thinking, man, can this get any worse than what it already has? As Jimmy Rowdy takes the lead here on lap number 36. We've run 35 laps out of 75, and it's been non-stop action. But I tell you what, those of you in YouTube land, give us a like, subscribe, and get those bell notifications ringing. So that way you can be notified every time that SRM goes on the air. And Duke, I don't doubt he was dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight.
Yeah, we got some drivers coming down pit lane now. I don't mind that choice. I mean, I guess if you're in the front, keep your track position. But if you're in the back, go take 4 fresh fuel goods if you didn't the last time. Not that it really makes a difference at this point. But fill up the tank. The reason doing so is you still got to make one more stop with everybody else. However, you also now give yourself a little bit of leeway where you have some extra fuel. Whether that be to run it long, as you see, looks like that's Steven Shue getting his one of his laps back. Right now 5 back, so nice for him. Anyway, so you have the extra fuel. You either can pit, wait later, possibly trap some of these guys a lap down, see what happens, or you pit with them and you simply need less fuel to get to the end of the race, and gives you a little bit of an advantage. So not the worst idea if you're running a little further back.
Definitely not the worst idea in the world, but look, getting all cycled could mean as much as
yeah, for me, you gotta feel safe, always. Oh, it looks like we lost Alan again. I think Alan's having a little bit of problems with his Discord, maybe. So, but no, I mentioned the fuel saving and being so important because you never know. I mean, again, in a game of inches where millimeters really, you need every bit that you can get. And if you gotta wait just even a tenth or two less for your fuelman to refill it, and that can make a world of a difference. So we do have 2 Kodiak trucks up here, the 76 and the 77 of James Dean and Adam Sprinkle. So we'll let these drivers come down pit lane. See if anybody else will come down pit lane here.
well, you're definitely not wrong for that.
There we go. Looks like Alan's Discord maybe decided to work again for him.
I don't know what's going on with Discord, but it's really starting to be aggravating.
Yeah, that's an aggravating thing when you're just trying to do what you want to do.
Look, I just want to talk.
You just want to talk.
I just want to talk.
The lights are off. All right, we're getting ready to go green already. That was actually a pretty quick caution.
Look. My favorite color is green. Barney's favorite color is yellow. But hey, we're gonna wave these guys off. They come down to turn number 4.
If you ask Penguin, I think he doesn't want to see yellow.
Penguin doesn't want to see yellow because look, that just means his night. That means he actually has to work.
Ooh, shots thrown. Nice, nice, nice throwback. He's been digging at you. That was a good one. Oh my goodness, no, always good fun when our buddy Penguin gets to jump in here with us. But
If he's watching, he'll be in here soon enough.
sometimes he is. We'll see. But we mentioned for him and the struggle of dealing with having the cautions of not really the struggle, but making him work. But also the drivers. It also extends the length of the race, and we still have most of our drivers still on track. It looks like at least the top 22. So most of these drivers still on track. I mean, we're going to be coming around. We'll have 37 laps to go. Yeah, 37. So, halfway point. Here we go. Perfect.
Yes. So, as we work our way through turns 3 and 4 of this big 2.66 mile super speedway, boy, look, I love playing. I'm no good at chess, but this is an absolute dogfight. This is a chess match. We are just hammered down all night long. But anyways, as Jimmy Rowdy brings these guys through the Geico restart zone, Barney's got the green flag in hand. Barney, with the green flag.
We are down and away. Green flag racing again. These drivers getting ready side by side.
Oh, here we go. I'm loving these camera angles.
Oh, I love seeing these trucks just come flying by. Here they come off of turn 2 still. 2 by 2 by 2. You see one truck shoot all the way to the bottom. Not sure what happened there for him. As he makes his way back out onto the pack.
Yo, Angel, I'm thinking about something here.
What you got? Well, what's cooking up in there, Alan?
I think we should just turn it up and we'll shut up and let these guys listen to the sights and sounds of Talladega.
I think that's a great opportunity for us to shut up and turn it up. You're right. We'll be right back, everybody. Enjoy. That's got to be one of my favorite views as well. When you see these trucks just come flying by and you're right on the ground looking right at them, and just the sounds. Oh my goodness. The sights and sounds are just you can't match that, Alan. You just can't.
You know how many OSHA laws we broke with the cameraman on the corners?
Who? Nobody cares. You can't see him. He's behind the camera.
Hey, look, I'm not called Mr. OSHA for nothing.
We used a robot. Yeah, Al the robot. It's okay. Oh, they're getting a little squirmy. They're gonna be all right though.
Hello. Hi. Look, they're just using a little side drive. That's all they're doing. Daniel Love continues to ride back there in that 8th position. Look, it doesn't matter where you start here. It matters where you finish. And to win, you must first finish the race.
Yeah, you got to be where the runs are gonna be. And, to me, it's always been the outside at these plate tracks. I know the inside feels safe, but you know what? I don't want to be defending. I want to be on the aggressive. I want to be on the outside. And, again, if you can get some 3 good trucks out there, maybe even 2 really strong ones, you can make it work. And, man, look at this view here. Dalton Steele with some good help from, once again, James Wagner. He's got to be one of the best pushers in this field right now.
Hey, look, if you're a guy named Dalton or a guy named James, you really don't want to be out front anyways. You just kind of want to be about 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th. I'm a better pusher than I am a pushee.
I hear that often, and it's something that I say as well. That I'm a. Oh no, we can. Oh no, there it is, and Jimmy Rowdy.
Oh no.
No. Well, it took until then, but he was the final one of your championship contenders not to have a problem, and just like that.
If he can drive that truck.
It's crab walking. It's crab walking. He's gonna need a fast repair.
You're not wrong there, but if he can just drive that thing back around, he won't lose the time to get the fast repair. I would almost take the penalty and come in while pits are closed.
Yeah, that's thing. Look at this. Whew. All right, let's get him off. Let's get off of there. Let's go figure out what all happened here. I think we saw what happened, but let's go ahead and see it again. So actually, what I would like to do, we're going to jump on board with the 66 of Jason Kinney.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Let's go back to the far chase. There's a little bit of a tap from the 4 and Andrew Smith. Looks like it's out just fine still. Maybe happen a little further down. A little squirmy right here. Right there. The 30 gets into the wrong angle of the 45. As the 45 went to go a little bit low, the 66 did not have time really to react to that. Gets into the 30 at that point. 66 is trying to react. The 4 doesn't have the time. 4 gets into the 66. Oh, and Andrew Smith, unfortunate for him too, because his teammate and Jimmy Rowdy would get the hard contact. Yeah, the entire rear suspension of that thing is destroyed. Oh, and Mickey Davino, he had nowhere to go.
Oh no.
Oh, and Barker and Ledford.
Barker and Ledford.
Oh my goodness.
They both just spent a ton of time on pit road getting that damage repaired. And that's what killed the back end of that 29 truck of Jimmy Rowdy. And he avoided having to use the tow and to take all that time and lose it, and able to drive the truck back around cautiously to the back to the pits.
Well, one driver is going to stay out in this, and that's Matthew Gall, looking to get an extra lap led for himself here tonight, get some bonus points, and really try to put himself in a good position here, especially now with Rowdy having some issues and being forced to use his fast repair as well.
Man, Duke, I don't. I'll show he says he'll show himself out. Jimmy hosting a tailgate party, he'll show himself out. Hey, look, if you're the owner of a tailgate from a 29 truck, he would like that back, so he could reattach it to his truck. Thank you kindly, sir.
Yeah, I think he might. We saw it maybe somewhere down the backstretch. One of the maybe iRacing officials getting down there to pick it up. So, decent little green flag run. We have about now 30 laps at the moment, so possibly 28 once we go green flag racing, which again still puts everybody at one more pit stop. So again, for Matthew Gall, hey, go out there, get some track position, and try to get that at least to work out for you. And I think, yeah, that's a 00. Steven Shu sitting right in front of him. So he'll be looking to get the wave around. And, well, that'll be just one more lap gain for him. He is 4 down. So he's looking to be 3 down after this.
Well, cautions keep coming out like this. He might get his wish. Then again, he might want to believe in Santa Claus. And maybe even Easter Bunny. But nonetheless, he's going to get his lap back. And Matthew Gall is going to take over the race lead.
Going to give a shout out then right now to our 2 biggest movers of the race. That'll be James Dean and the number 76 up 19 positions from his 22nd starting position. And then James Wagner lining up to his outside in 4th, also up 19 positions. So big shout outs to them. And an honorable shout out to Dalton Steele up 16 as well, as he's out on that outside of the front row for this restart. Jim Rowdy uses faster repair. He's going to be restarting here in the 6th position. We'll see, does he stay aggressive and stay up front, or is he just going to go ahead and fall to the back here now after using that fast repair?
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. That's what he's going to be.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. You don't know where the wreck is going to come from. Sure, you can stay out back, but, I mean, look at Sunday. The Toyota drivers were all on their own, and that wreck happened. You see it constantly here where even Steven Shu was riding around back earlier. A wreck happened, and he got involved in it as well. So, yeah, you know what? May as well put it in your own hands and be aggressive is what he is, and he knows how to win at these plate tracks. Even though he always says it's not his favorite type of racing, it's definitely ones he knows how to win at.
Well, usually when something's not your favorite, that's the ones you're usually the best at, right? And the ones that are your favorites are the ones that you're the worst at.
I need to put that into application for iRacing then, because there's a lot of tracks that I really suck at.
Well, I can tell you what, right now, Matthew Gall and Dalton Steele don't suck at, and that's leading this race.
Yeah, I think
we get ready to come back to green.
Dalton Steele, a driver who that did not win a championship in the first 2 seasons, is not in contention this year. But somebody who's in contention to win every week, simply just his schedule does not allow him to be here every week. So Dalton, a driver who absolutely championship material, on that outside of the current championship material, trying to fight for one in Matthew Gall, leading them through to the Geico restart zone. They're off and they're away. Green flag racing. I don't know if Matthew jumped a little early, had to let off and got back going. We'll have to see what iRacing determines with that, as he gets in front now of Dalton Steele.
Down into turn number 1. Matthew Gall going to jump up to the outside line. That might be the move for him. The outside line looking a little less organized. Jimmy Rowdy, very smart, drove it back to the pits and look, hold his beer because he is coming. He's bringing that Busch Light can with him.
Well, see, he jumped to the outside to get in front of his teammate in Dalton is what it is, and so just that outside rein was not able to continue going. And actually, when you look at there, the number 30 in James Wagner, Dougie, he is also part of that Social Outcast Racing team on the outside. In all honesty, I'd have him behind my championship driver because we know he can push on that outside lane.
Push or be pushed. And here it is. That inside line is getting stronger and stronger. I'd like to see that 66 truck get up there and help these guys out if they can. We got one driver bailing on the inside line.
Oh,
and I tell you what, Angel, these race radios have been busy all night long since dropping the green flag.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to be in chat with one right now to listen to what is going on. Just the communication, especially as this race continues to end or reach the end, where communication is so key with your teammates. Hey, what do you got? What we're doing? You know, we still have one more pit stop. What are we thinking? What's our fuel mileage right now? What do you have fuel-wise? Matthew, you've been leading. You know, you're using more gas than us. You know, same with the 76. You're leading this inside lane. You're full throttle. So there's so much that is going on, especially when you got 3 or 4 drivers in chat to discuss. But it's also the good thing of having those 3 or 4 drivers in chat to discuss, because it allows, you know, more communication, and more people are allowed to give their 2 cents per se. As you see, Matthew Gall said, you know what, I know my teammates were helping me, but this inside lane's really moving. I want to go jump down in front of them, and it kind of really killed that outside. They're slowly making their way back up now.
Hey, look, if you were to jump in one of my race chats, it would be not safe for work.
Oh no! Of course not. Not mine either.
Plenty of rants. I've been on plenty of rants. Oh boy, and you know, our own Matt Mettler got to hear a few of them.
I am what they consider mean over the radio. I am.
Oh.
I will question things about you that should not be questioned from iRacing. I am not a nice person. I will be honest with that. Now we have 25 laps to go. Like, I'll say things, and even then I think back, I'm like, dang, Angel, you know, that might have been even a little bit mean, you know, but that's the competitiveness in all of us, you know. We want to be out there, and anybody that gets in our way, you know, or messes that, you know, we're not going to be happy about. But then there's also drivers who are as nice as can be. You know what? I give them credit. But I'm honest. I'm honest with everybody. I'm just not that way.
A lot nicer than me, for sure. Look, I'm cool and collected right now because I got the nice Armani suit on, and not the driver's suit. I'm just kidding. We don't have Armani. We're
I'm saying, like, what are they paying you? What are they paying you over there? I call Jonathan. No. It is just, it's amazing to see. Oh, I'm sorry. That 76 got me distracted ever so slightly. I thought for sure he was going up into the wall there. I thought it was going to be maybe hooked to the right, but no, he's good from there. Wow, that was a scary moment, even ever so slightly.
Dalton Steele. Angel has a dark side. Duke said you have a dark side. Hey, look, I'm pretty sure I'm waiting for the day where I'm in the same race as you, Angel, and you just key up and start cursing somebody out in Spanish.
Okay, so to be fair, I try not to do it in Spanish because, you know, if I'm gonna insult you, I want you to understand. If I'm gonna say something, I want you to know what I'm saying. So, now if you understand Spanish, then by all means, I will make sure you know what it is in Spanish. As they're going around one of these lap trucks in Barker.
I can get the 6 in Spanish, and that's about it. After that, I'm lost.
Hey, you know what? There's plenty of people that I know that are Hispanic here that don't even know that much. So, and the 13 gets shoved a little bit down to the inside, and he's gonna come back up. And here comes, I think that's Jeffrey Ledford looking to make his way there on the outside. No, that's Steven Shue. Steven says, you know what? This truck is damaged. I had to sit in pit lane for all this time. I want to be as aggressive as I can be. If I can go out there and take one of my laps back, I'm going to go out there and do that too.
Well, and, you know, he might be able to spoil a party here. And, you know, he might not have the greatest truck or a truck that gets up to speed. But if someone gets something on the outside line, I mean, he could quite possibly help one of these other trucks that are, you know, might be like a Toyota team.
I'll say, where's James Wagner when you need him? But running there in the 6th position. So, yeah, what I mentioned for Steven Shue. So, he is actually 3 laps behind now, where this could work out in spectacular fashion. If he gets out there, gets in front of the pack, takes one of his laps back, a caution comes out, everybody has to pit to top off. It'll be a risk not to pit, but he then stays out, gets the wave around. Now he's only 1 lap down, and you have to assume a caution will come out after that. You can come in, top off, and suddenly you've got a chance to, you know, to compete for the win still. In a perfect world, of course.
Well, the world's not perfect either.
Well, then go out there and make your good fortune. Don't let it fall into your hands. Go out there and do what you got to do.
Make the opportunity. I like it. Well, I tell you what, there's one guy right there on the outside line making his opportunity, and that's a 77 truck, and that would be Adam Sprinkle on the outside. He's running.
He said, "Someone come with me. I need something to come. I need someone to be able to join with me with what I'm doing." But you know that outside, you know, we're coming down to about 20 laps to go now. And so, a little bit of 3 wide action and through the tri-oval 13, a little bit of contact there, maybe with the the double zero. Oh my goodness, Steven Shu of all drivers definitely not want to be in the middle of anything, as he is really just trying to make his laps back and have an opportunity to do something. But man, Jimmy Rowdy, you know, involved in that big incident, that last caution. You could assume, you know, for someone who's got the points lead, he can just go out there, play it safe, run around in the back. But nope, he said, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to try to win this race regardless. We now have only 20 laps to go here in the 3rd season of the Ruff-Neck Racing Truck Series. We have a champion to crown. We have a race winner to still announce. We have a lot of things still here, and I am so excited to bring over to you now what will be the final 19 laps as these drivers cross the line.
I don't know what's going on. Suddenly I'm talking, then I'm by myself. I feel like I'm in a padded room sometimes.
Nope. Yeah, so we apologize again, everybody. It looks like Alan's definitely having some issues, so if you're hearing him cut in and out, just something wrong with his Discord maybe. And
hey, look, I blame it all on the Spectrum guy.
Well, that's your problem.
I have Spectrum Internet, not Xfinity 10G. Yeah, I know, it's a problem.
I have AT&T.
They don't offer. Well, yeah, AT&T, look, they're about as good as Spectrum. We don't get fiber optics in my neighborhood.
I was surprised coming to this apartment complex, you know, that they would have it, honestly. Especially, you know, not being necessarily a newer complex. So I was excited about that. Allows me to keep doing what I get to do here on the Sim Racing Media Network and bring to you the best coverage as I can. Oh, and they're wrecking. Matthew Ace was not clear. Oh, I don't know if that was him or if that what he did have some extra help. Oh my goodness, and Jimmy Rowdy, look at the front end damage.
After he just took that fast repair, while making the highlight reel for all the wrong reasons.
All right, let's go back and check it out.
Let's do this.
This has been a good race here tonight.
It's been a very good race. Look, if you don't like this type of racing, don't even watch.
Don't even watch. All right, so we're gonna look in here on Matthew Ace at number 96. So yeah, this inside lane really gets discombobulated slight, you know, there. Yeah, no, I mean there's net code involved, but the 96 definitely was not clear. Oh, and that took out Matthew Gall as well. I didn't even realize it cut it down in front of him.
You know, Talladega is one of the self-cleaning racetracks, Angel.
Yeah, a lot like Dover this weekend. And for you tomorrow, just don't get self-cleaned, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't want to be the one that gets self-cleaned.
Oh my goodness. So Dalton Steele will be your leader here now with 17 to go. 16, of course, when they come back across the line. I think this is the backstretch heading into 3. Yes, backstretch heading into 3. James Wagner, one of your best pushers here, in 2nd. Jeffrey Leffert in 3rd. And look at this. Jeff Scott has made his way back into the 4th position. And then James Dean in rounding out your top 5. Everybody else is trying to catch up as well. You know, again, big incident that that really wasn't took out a lot of drivers there. Check it out one more time. And then you know what? I will have only one more view that I would love to see that out of. I'm gonna jump on board here with Jimmy Rowdy. Oh, I'm on the wrong driver. Hold on, everybody. There we go. Now we can see it. You know what? I don't think that's too bad. Damage-wise, it's damage, but I don't think it's too bad.
I don't know. It might be.
All right, everybody gonna come down pit lane. We should be able to top off. 16 to go. Everybody will be able to make it to the end as long as you made sure you got it filled up in the process.
Definitely want to have it filled up. You don't want to be caught. Look, this is not the night that you want to pull off a strategy to where you think you can make it.
All right, so as we count down the laps here of our final race here of the season, Jimmy, he got some T-bone for dinner, yes. Oh my goodness, there's some of our other drivers here. Duke, you are right. Yes, they're all monopolies these days when it comes to the internet because it's all way too expensive for what we get. Well, when it doesn't work, do they give you your money back? No. I don't care if it's a couple of pennies. Give me my couple of pennies.
Right, I want my change.
If I owed you 2 cents, you'd be billing me for it. So I'm also very frugal.
I get billed. I get billed if I go to the bathroom wrong. Okay.
See, there you go. All right. Oh, here we go. We're gonna look over, see what our fastest maybe time today has been. Let's see. I'm seeing a 50:42. Yeah, it's like a 50:42. So Stephen Shu, at the very least, still holds our fastest lap, I believe, of the race with a 50:42. So that's 5 bonus points as well for him. That's a nice shot in the arm, even though still 3 laps back. But you know, there's still a chance.
Hey, look, I'm not dogging on the internet company. Spectrum has good internet, but their customer service is garbage.
Yeah, well, I mean,
And
customer
Angel,
service is generally, I think, garbage, isn't it?
Look, I deal with a lot of vendors all day long at my 9 to 5. So I'm constantly on the phone, but I just hate them and waste management. Holy cow. Talk about a computer. I hate talking to computers. I automatically just start saying human.
You like
and I finally get one.
You'd be good for that that Discover commercial.
Yes. I believe that there's an empty office somewhere with a computer in it. Just asking you 10,000 questions. Like, look.
I love.
I don't want to.
I love Duke here saying, he's like, not dogging the internet companies. Don't worry, I'll do it for you. Duke said he'll do it for you.
Thank you, Duke. I mean, look, I went to Wendy's a couple weeks ago, and my Baconator. Well, they forgot to put it in there, and they weren't even busy. And I've been on that side of the fast food counter before, but dude, you're not. It's 5 o'clock in the evening. You're not busy. Come on, give me a break.
Yeah, I think you're right. Go ahead, take us away though. 14 to go now as we go.
Well, I tell you what. Unlike Wendy's, Barney does have that green flag in hand, and we are down in green flag racing here at Talladega with 15 laps to go. It is officially go time. Not really what you wanted to see on the Dalton Steele there as he takes off to the early lead, gets the whole shot. Not really what you want.
Yeah, so a lot of these trucks, 14 to go. A lot of drivers are just simply dealing with damage. They've used their fast repairs, so it's going to spread out this field to start, and it's going to make for some very interesting runs as well. As maybe some of these drivers back here who have a fresh truck just finally use their fast repair, so they've got some speed, and they need to make their way around, because you also have to make sure you don't accidentally lose a draft, being stuck behind a driver that does have damage.
Don't mess with the man's bacon. I love the Baconator. What can I say? Do it on a pretzel bun. It's a game changer. But I tell you what's not a game changer right now. That's Jeffrey Ledford up there in that second place spot, and Dalton Steele up 17 positions right now, as we are battling hard with 13 laps to go.
I'm usually getting ready to eat dinner. I'm getting hungry myself, but you know what? We got a lot of hungry drivers in this field, and you know what? Jeff Scott, he just keeps fighting here tooth and nail. He's got some of that damage. I think right now, I know you really probably got to win this race, but yeah, I would just hold on where you're at for now.
Angel's fiance, if you're watching this broadcast, please deliver this man some food to the Tony Trapezo Memorial broadcast booth.
She's outside with the dog, so I gotta shut up.
Oh, well, she wins fiance of the year.
Oh, without question, as long as nobody else is trying to ask.
Well, I tell you what, Dalton Steele's trying to win this last race of the year. He's got Jeffrey Ledford behind him, the North Wilkesboro Madman, Jeffrey Ledford, in that 0-1 truck.
Yeah, Dalton just trying to keep adding to that win column for himself. Right there, you see these drivers kind of just lined up single file. Well, I mean, now you see somebody making a little bit of a move in the back. That's Steven Shue, because, well, he has no choice but to make his moves as quick as he can. Where they just, they know that the end of the race is coming near. They'll probably get a little bit racy over the next 5 to 6 laps. But some of these drivers said, you know what, I just need to make it to the end of this race right now. Or at least ensure I can. As here, well, I say that, but a lap or half a lap later, this outside lane has really started to develop, and then the inside lane is almost entirely gone. This is going to be fun.
I think that. Whoa, hello. Hi, how you doing? 76 truck of James Dean is almost in the back bumper, like rubbing the paint off the back bumper for Jeffrey Ledford's truck.
So we are here, and we want to stay up front, but look at that, to the outside. You come in 5th in points, 26 points back. You have to just simply win to have a chance to win the championship. And on the outside, that is what Jeff Scott's doing. But no, Chris Ramsey looked to his inside. Oh, no, I think he maybe just had a little bit of damage. Maybe got a little hot, had to get it cooled down a little bit. And that's another thing these drivers are going to have to be weary of, especially at the end of this race. You're so focused on trying to get through the field, and sometimes you forget you really got to watch those temps and make sure that you don't overheat.
Jeff Scott back there pushing the ever daylights out of that 77 truck. The other Kodiak truck, and that is Adam Sprinkle, as he's on the outside. We got a couple trucks out there trying to take that Dale Jr. line once again, but I don't think it's going to work.
There goes Alan deciding to chime in as well for our YouTube viewers, as his usual saying with me. And oh my goodness, Dan, that 45 has the 0-1 all over his back bumper. You are right. And there, some drivers peeking, looking to see if they want to go inside, outside. And then Jimmy Rowdy, he's just got his damage now, 13 seconds back in the 16th position. Holding solid for now, though.
Holding solid for now. Jeffrey Ledford pushing that 45 truck like there's no tomorrow. And if I'm Dalton Steele, I'm radioed up to Jeffrey Ledford saying, push me. Please push me.
So here's the situation coming in here. Let's see. Jimmy Rowdy being in 16th. How it works, more or less. First place earns 40 points and then an additional 5 for winning the race. And then second is 35 points, and then it deducts 1 from there, throughout. So there is 1 point per position to be gained until you go from second to first, and then that's a 10-point difference, because you get the 5 of going 35 to 40, and then the additional 5 bonus points. So
Jimmy needs a small miracle right now to win.
Well, Jimmy could. He's essentially safe as long as one of these championship drivers doesn't win the race.
Well, I got a feeling, and I don't want to jinx this guy, but I think someone's gonna love Talladega after this one. If you know, you know.
And then you look at a driver like Matthew Gall, you know, the driver coming in, competing with him closest, also out of the lead pack with damage. So they're 15th and 16th right now. That just leaves Jeff Scott right there in the 5th position, the second truck on the outside row. And then let's see where our next driver is. There's Daniel Love there on the outside, currently in 9th, just trying to mind his P's and Q's and put himself in a good opportunity. And then you see Steven Shute. Wow, a little bit of contact from behind. That was almost a wreck that could have taken out the 71 there. And you see him trying to get in front of Steven Shute. He knows that Steven's fast. He knows that 30 is going to be fast behind him as well. But they're going to fall right back into line as that outside lane is just struggling to keep going, or at least to stay afloat right now.
Oh boy. Whoa, we got a truck going to the extreme outside. He don't know what's finding with the truck. I don't know which truck that is.
That was Ramsey, of the 13 of Chris Ramsey, actually. He gets in front of the 71 of Daniel Love.
We got 6 left to go.
Well, that is his teammate along with Chad Hawkins, but the problem for Chris is that he's got some damage to that front end. Granted, as long as you're in the draft, he should be all right. As you see the 4 of Andrew Smith, he's going to pull up here, and this is where you need teammates if you're Jimmy Rowdy. The 4 of Andrew Smith pulling up in front of these guys, he's now holding up the 71, keeping him from having a chance at going to compete for this win now as they come across the line with almost 5 to go.
Oh boy, 5 to go. 5 flanges in there from Talladega. Who's going to win it? Because I believe the whole top 15 has a shot.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, Duke was just about to ask us what does Jimmy need to win. Jimmy, at this point, 16 points up coming in. Oh, no, and there it is, the 77, the 45. They're big wrecking in the front here. Jeff Scott's going to be involved, unfortunately, in the 38. Oh, no, Daniel Love in the 71 as well to the inside wall. More calamity for some of your championship drivers, and we might be looking at a green-white checkered.
I think Daniel's damage is not terrible.
I don't know. No, that the entire left front is lifted up in the air. Hold on. Oh no, yeah, no. The suspension is destroyed. If he doesn't have a meatball, you stay out. You stay out.
I think he's got a meatball.
Yeah, but looking at that might be a meatball. He's gonna either he couldn't get it turned or he decided last second. All right, let's go check out what happened.
I mean, do you just ride it out for the last 3 laps and hope for the best?
Again, if you do not have your faster pair, if it is a meatball, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna stay out.
Look, I've had meatball flags for love.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, the 71 got checked up. Hold on. We were on the 71, then we weren't. Oh. Wasn't heavy damage, but decent damage in the process.
Daniel Love takes a slide for life.
Mm-hmm. Jeff Scott involved in that one.
Heard that.
Oh, my goodness. And Steven Steven Shue's gonna. Oh no, the 76 is gonna stay out, which means that Steven Shue is actually not gonna be able. If the 76 does not come down, Steven Shue will not be able to get one of his laps back. That would put him only one lap down. Again, if another caution comes out, they still have one more green-white checkered after that. Oh, actually no, he might actually have the lucky dog.
Steven Shue with that lucky dog in his pocket, and holy cow.
All right, so he needs one more caution to come out. He's at the moment the only car 1 lap down, and it looks like the truck is overall in decent condition.
I mean, I don't think it's hurt that badly.
Well, I was considering bringing him in right here at the end, but no, we can't do that now. He's still contending for. Let's
I would almost hate to bring anybody in at this point.
Well, you know what? Chris Ramsey was our pole sitter tonight, so let's bring in Chris Ramsey. We didn't get a chance to talk with him.
Okay.
And he looks like he's got a fresh front truck too. No, you know what? Actually, no, we're not gonna do that. He's teammates with Daniel Love. We don't want to interrupt a possible conversation that could be, you know, going on right now if they're trying to help, you know, figure out what they got to do. So let's maybe play it safe there. I have too much anxiety. The last thing I want to do is interrupt someone while they're trying to figure something out.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong, Angel. I know that, you know, during this broadcast, you are pretty much told that you could be brought up to the booth for an interview, but in this stage of the game, it's almost like, how do I say without being rude? You really don't want that distraction too.
No. It's let's see if the lights go off on the pace truck. I don't know if we're going to be going 2 to green or 1 to green here. I gotta say, there's a lot of damaged trucks up here too. So this is going to be a very interesting green, white, checkered restart as well.
Well, look, we're going to send these guys around. When we go back to green, we're going to send them around. It's going to be 2 to go. And if we make it back to white flag, that's whatever happens after that. Well, that's what happens after that.
Yeah. So
now, if on the outside chance that we don't make it back around, we're going to re-wreck it and re-stack it right once more.
So the reason why this really does work out for Jimmy Rowdy is that the more cars that can stay or that get put down off the lead lap and he can maintain himself there, which he's doing so far, that means there's less opportunities for him to lose out on the on positions, I guess, you know, assuming if there's a wreck right at the end. Now, he's not still quite in the clear because, let's see, if Matthew Gall or Daniel Love can still pull off the victory, and Jimmy Rowdy isn't, you know, close enough points-wise there, or, you know, position-wise to gain enough points. So he's not out of the clear just yet. A little bit more comfortable, but yeah, I mean, you can have a last lap wreck and everybody wrecking, you know, the guy in last. You've seen that before. Come by and win the race because, you know, he was able to avoid all of it. So a lot to go on still here. Yeah, so for yeah, Chai, and you're right. So as long as really he's at this point, as long as he stays in the lead lap, I think he should be all right because it was a 16-point lead coming in, and Steven Shu is the one with the fastest lap, so that doesn't go towards these other drivers. But I'll stop talking. iRacing.com pace truck hitting down pit lane, getting ready to go green flag racing for our first of 2 possible green white checkered attempts. They're going to go through the Geico restart zone. Barney the flagman got that green flag in tow, and we are green flag racing again. I don't know what. I'm sorry, I was just a little confused what just happened there.
Well, nonetheless, James Dean is out front there, and it looks like Daniel Love is being scored as the leader right now, but that's obviously not the case.
I'm not sure what happened with our. That's a championship driver at that point too. So I'm not. Oh, they're blocking. We're gonna get crazy here as they go into 3, and they will catch Daniel Love, of course, as they get up to speed, and he is out there on his own. The question is, can they make it back around before they do?
Well, so if this holds true, Daniel Love being scored as the leader.
Oh, he's coming down pit lane now.
Oh, okay, that's my what. Okay, it's gonna switch over. Chris Ramsey will now be scored as your leader.
And we are 1 to go. Our final. Oh no, and they are wrecking here.
That's all right. We're still white flag. We're racing back.
Yeah, they're probably gonna race it back too because of the way iRacing cautions have been. You see, Jimmy Rowdy at this point, it is just get out of the way and try to stay alive. Chris Ramsey, James Dean are first and second. Neither one in contention. Oh, Matthew Gaul, championship driver, looks like he's out involved in a wreck there. So, Jeff Scott.
Tim Richardson is up there in third.
Can
Does
he-
he have enough?
Yeah, does he have enough juices? Can he get enough of a run behind these drivers? Is there enough space? I don't think he's got enough time to get the run.
I don't know. He's still got a little bit. James Dean's got to make the move right now.
Is he gonna do it?
And he's going to push Chris Ramsey to the win.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and
man.
push Ramsey to the win there. And here comes the rest of your drivers. All right, so that
I'm sure.
should keep Rowdy as your champion. But while we wait for confirmation, we got a top 3 and a race winner to talk with. Let's go ahead and I guess we mentioned we were going to be talking with him regardless, huh? So Chris, this is Angel and Alan here in the SRM broadcast booth. I'll let you take this away, Alan, but first, Chris, congratulations here on the victory.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's a fun race tonight.
Chris, yeah, man, what a race. Did you? I was kind of wondering if the 17 was going to step out or if that was like a deal that you made.
No, I didn't make any deals. I was just trying to stay out of the wrecks. I had a fast repair right at the very end. I was able to use that, and I got a nice run and got pushed, and I mean, I just stayed out of trouble.
Well, look, man, you know, you got that. You broke through here at Talladega, got that Jack Daniels Ford up there, and parked it in Dricker Lane. I don't. So what would be the moment where you figured, well, I'm just gonna send it, whatever happens, happens.
I mean, I knew that I was at the top in fourth, so I knew I had a pretty good run. That seemed like the top was faster pretty much all night, especially coming out of turn 4. So I mean, I felt like it was a good opportunity, and then I had the momentum, and so I just took it.
All right. Well, before we get you out of here, is there anybody that you would like to thank to help get you here tonight?
I mean, I would like to, thank my teammates with LHR Motorsports. Obviously, appreciate the sponsors with James Wagoner as well, and appreciate the league. I know this is the last race of the season, and and congratulations to Jimmy as well for winning the championship.
All right. Well, now we got an off season coming up. What's your plans on this break here that you're about to get?
Oh man, I mean, I'll probably just spend a little time with family for a month or so, until we get back racing.
All right. Well, Chris, like I said, congratulations on the win here tonight, and go celebrate with your team.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
All right. That was Chris Ramsey, driver of that number 13 Ford F-150. Look at that. Ford still ended up coming out on top. So, if I had to just say it for you there, Alan. But we will bring in our second place finisher, the first finishing Chevrolet, Alan, if that makes you feel any better, in James Dean from the VRX team. James, you got us here on the booth.
Maybe not.
No, we'll try it again. Put him back down, and then put him back up. James Dean, this is Angel and Alan here in the SRM broadcast booth. You got us, buddy.
He might not be able to hear us. Unless someone's going to mic up and tell him. I don't know.
All right, well, we'll put him back down there. So if he messages us, maybe so there's a message in Discord. If we can get back to you immediately, we will. And he jumped into the race control spot. I know he's got some things to talk about, but he is our third place finisher and our league admin. So we got to bring in Tim. So I want to bring him in.
Well, I can get him right now for you.
I got
Is that
it.
Ledford that
Tim?
said that?
Oh, sorry,
did you
Tim.
see that?
Sorry. Tim.
Oh, in the middle of a conversation. What's up,
I'm
Angel?
so sorry. I know you're in the middle of the conversation, but Tim, you
You're good,
finished
buddy.
third. We're interviewing you. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
You-
Slim Jims for everybody.
Man, congratulations. I know you're going to have some admin work here to do in a moment. So we'll give you the opportunity. Give your quick shout out. Go ahead, give your shout out here for the league as well, being one of the admins here for the league.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's been a great season, Angel. I mean, you've got to witness it. The
Amazing.
racing has come a long way since season one. I mean, the season one feels like the Wild Wild West compared to where we're at now as a league. And all the credit goes to all the drivers. We've got a bunch of talent here, Angel. We really do. And it's just going to keep getting better and better. And, I mean, we can't do it without our sponsor, James Wagoner Welding. Couldn't do it without Uncle Jamie. He's helped out a lot with getting these races broadcasted. And shout out to the other admins, Andy, Dougie, Ace. We've got a good staff. Penguin, of course, for being here every Wednesday. I've got reliable race control. I don't have to worry about anything. I know when I log in on Wednesday, my RC is going to be here and we're going to be taken care of.
And always entertaining with us as well.
Yeah, that's about it. Mainly the sponsor, and even our satellite team, Social Outcasts. It was fun battling with them all night tonight. Dougie's done a great job with that team. Jeff Scott, definitely the most improved driver in the league. And anybody that wants to say otherwise, we can duke it out in the parking lot. But,
So I got one thing for it. Are we gonna get what I think we're gonna get, even though you did finish third?
you know what? I don't get to talk to you guys that much. So if you want a macho man, ooh, yeah, you can have one, brother. Angel knows. And you guys saw the adversity I had to battle through tonight.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't cause any of them, but typical Hollywood race, I was involved in all of them. But luckily, we didn't sustain too much damage. I had my fast repair. Was able to get fixed up right there at that last caution and get back out on the track, stay on the lead lap, and was able to survive that last little scuffle there. So here we are, third place. I'll take it.
So look, before you do the Macho Man thing, and so what's your plans for the off season? What do we got going on for the off season here?
I'm probably going to turn iRacing off for a good solid 2 weeks and not even think about it, and then come back and really hammer down on preparations for season 4. We've got a lot of work to do. We're getting the drivers involved. We want to get their input, see some tracks that they possibly want to see on the schedule next season. Any rule changes that we want to make. We're just we're not a bunch of dictators over here. We listen to our drivers and we try to make changes accordingly to make for better racing and to keep our drivers happy. So
Well,
that'll be the plan.
Look, I came in here with Angel. I think my first race was the charity race that you put on. And I was there with John in the initial meeting, and I'm like, man, there's just something about this league and this series that I would love to be able to. And I went and watched races past too. My point is this is one of the fun leagues to be able to broadcast here on SRM, and I'm glad that we're very thankful and blessed that you guys are a part of the SRM family, and hopefully we'll continue to be part of the SRM family for years to come.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Big shout out to you guys. The production is top of the line. You guys do great. Angel's been with us since the beginning. So
since
It's
race
it's
one,
been a lot
season
of
one.
fun. Yes, sir. It's been a lot of fun partnering with you guys, and we'll see what the future's got in store for both of us.
Yes, it does. It has been a blast, and you know what? Alan almost couldn't believe that you guys used to do 3 faster pairs in season 1. So, but no, again, it's shown a great way, great job. And you know, as mentioned, you guys really started. A lot of you guys started iRacing as well for the first time, and you guys took in new drivers with happiness. You said, please come here if you're new. We're happy to help learn with each other, and I think that's definitely shown. So shout out to you, Tim, and all the admins, you know, because that does take some extra work, and we appreciate it. Also for making our lives nice and easy and fun here in the booth. So big shout out to you and all the admins, and hey, go enjoy your 2-week break. I can tell you, I understand so much when you really do need a break after a season's over.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be great. I'm not going to complain once. And Alan, oh, yeah.
There it is.
There. Thanks, you, Tim.
guys.
We'll see you.
Season 4, Angel. I hope I get to hear a lot more of those.
Oh, I hope so too. And I think we have one driver we got to bring in right now. Oh, hold on, everybody, because the session is closed. So hold on. Let me come back out. Let me get to our final lap here for Jimmy Rowdy, and go ahead and bring him on in, and let's get started.
Okay. So here is our champion.
What's up, Alan?
We are the champion. Okay, never mind.
Well, we're not,
Look,
but
I can't carry a tune in a bucket, so.
I can't either, Alan, so don't feel bad.
Well, congratulations. You didn't win the battle, but you certainly did win the war. So, you know.
I was telling some of my teammates at on the Ruff-Neck team that, man, I am glad it's over. And it was rough.
what were the stress levels, I guess, would be the good question, going on, not even to start this race, but over the last maybe 5 to 10 laps where anything could happen still?
Well, it depends. It depends if you ask me before I was involved in both of those last wrecks or after.
Well, what's it like after?
Directly after, I was like, okay, well, there goes my season. All that for nothing. And then I'm talking to Adam Sprinkle, because he was running with us and he's ran with us for a while. I consider him a teammate. You're like, we're 2 or 3 wide up here in the front with 4 to go. I'm like, please, God, please, please, please wreck, please wreck, please wreck, please wreck. Because I still had like a minute and a half worth of damages to fix, and
Wow.
the fastest I could go was 166 down the back straightaway.
Yeah, that's what it looked, because you were just completely off, and I said, well, this is good and bad. You avoid any wreck that happens, but unfortunately it also means that you don't get to put, you know, your own championship into your own hands should it come to it.
Exactly, and you can ask my brother, sister-in-law, my buddy Dylan. They definitely know I don't like it when things are not in my control, and once that was out the window, I was like screaming in my own head. I was like, okay, well, this freaking sucks. This was all for nothing. But I was like, nope, I gotta keep going until it's over, and over until the checkered flag falls. And I just kept plugging away, putting along as best as I could.
Well, I mean, here we are, you know, a nice long season, season 3. Jimmy, it took until almost the end of season 2 for you to finally kind of break that you know, that barrier and win a race. And could you have imagined that, you know, just a season later we'd be crowning you a champion?
Yes and no. I know I had a lot of potential and a lot of speed in season 1. We didn't have a race controller through the entirety of season 1, so people were beating and banging.
True.
And plus we was all rookies. I know I had just joined iRacing maybe, maybe 8 months, 6 months before that. And then season 2, kind of started okay, and then it kind of, I think, fell on its face. And then I was able to win, I think it was Atlanta. I think I won the next week. I don't remember.
You did win back-to-back races. No, you won, and then you didn't race the next week, but then you did race the
That's right.
following week, and you did win. So technically back-to-back in the ones you competed.
That's right, yeah, because I was sick. I think that was Bristol.
Which is not one that you were too mad to miss, if I don't recall you mentioning so.
No, but it still sucked. But because, you know, being in the ER while watching your teammates race, it was kind of crappy. But it all worked out. Made sure I tried to stay healthier for the end of the season, which, knock on wood, thankfully I was. But man, it's been, this season I think will be a blast, and a season to remember, because I've definitely showed more speed this season. But most importantly, Angel, I've noticed over the course of this season is I've been more resilient to whenever I've been in accidents or something on pit road or something like that. I've been able to at least bounce back for a decent season.
Yeah.
Or a decent race, I mean.
I think you hit that on perfectly, where you were right, because I had mentioned a couple times on the broadcast during season 1 and early season 2, it's like, Jimmy, he's aggressive, but it's because he's got that speed. He can get there, but he's got to get past that adversity. And you've got that victory last year. You go on to win 4 this year. I mean, you did it at Michigan, Indianapolis, you had it at Atlanta, at Bristol. So you had so many different track types that you really were able to show the success in, and of course, inevitably allowing you to come home with the championship for season 3.
Yeah, and I can't thank my teammates at Ruff-Neck more, because man, they have, I'll tell you what, Angel, now they have kept my head in and kept me focused. Me and Tim have kind of joked that he's my in-race counselor. Because I'm a very passionate person about things, about racing. I grew up racing since I was 2 or 3. I remember watching Dale win the 98 500, and I've loved racing ever since. So when I get frustrated or flustered in a race, Tim is one of those guys, and Andy too, and also Ty. Hey man, just shrug it off. You gotta stay focused. You're fast. You'll be back up here. And I've really leaned on them throughout the season. Because thankfully the broadcast cannot hear our Discord, because the broadcast would have to be bleeped many of times.
Alan, did you not say those words almost directly? I think it's exactly what Alan said. He's like, well, if we were into Discord with these guys, or if it was with me, he's like, we'd have to bleep out most of it. But that is part of it too.
Definitely would not be safe for work.
No, because I am passionate. When I get mad or ticked off, that filter just goes away. It does not exist. But yeah, I'm just glad the race is over and that the season is over.
I know that after you go back and watch this, and then you go back and listen to the interview at that moment in time, which you just finished mentioning, about the filter, you're gonna message me as we typically discuss later this week, and you'll be seeing what I had to say during the race. So, Jimmy, again, congratulations. You're getting, of course, shout outs from a lot of people in the YouTube chat. So make sure you check out with them. Of course, you had Duke, you had Bass Reflections, you had Dylan, Chad jumping in. I'm pretty sure I missed a couple of other ones that rooted you on for tonight. But go ahead. I know you did already thank some people, but
I was gonna say,
do the final one.
Well, first of all, I want to give a huge shout out to my brother, my sister-in-law, and my family, and them keeping my spirits high when races have not gone well, because they've been a big sounding board and venting board for me after races, because normally after we get done with the Wednesday races, I go eat dinner, which is what I'm going to go do after this interview, actually. Is I'm I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat my dinner now. I want to give them a big shout out because they put up with my grumpiness, my all the different moods in between. Both my brother and sister-in-law have had kind of a rough year. I want to give them a huge shout out for sticking through it and stuff like that. Love you guys. Love you, Dylan. Love you, Chad. Love you, Adam. Appreciate all you guys rooting me on. Let's see here. I want to give the hugest shout out to Ruff-Neck Racing and James Wagner's Welding for sponsoring all the races and the seasons and stuff. It's been a joy racing for James. It's been fun racing with these guys in Ruff-Neck. They have pushed me to get better and pushed me to get better, and they continue to push me to get better. So I know they'll be coming after me and my bragging rights next season, so I'll have to really step it up. And I also want to give one more huge shout out to my mom and stepdad. I unfortunately lost them. 3 years will be this year. And if it wasn't for them, Angel and Alan, I probably wouldn't have got into racing. But I remember watching Dale, like I said, win his first and only 500, sitting in my stepdad's living room, watching it. And the biggest thing I remember from that is watching Dale pull down pit lane and all the crew members give him a high five and tell him congrats for finally getting to win it. And I've loved racing ever since. It's been a huge passion of mine ever since that.
I love it. Quick side note, Andrew did give you a big shout out as well in our YouTube chat. But Jimmy, hey, that's what makes us as fans, you know. My very first race was the 2005 Daytona 500, and a very, very happy 8-year-old got to see his favorite driver win the 500 in his very first race. So that's what makes us fans.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
who was that? Is that when Junior won?
no, when Jeff Gordon won, buddy.
Oh God.
05,
okay,
yes, that's when Junior didn't win it.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. This is specifically when Junior did not win it. There were a lot of angry Junior fans, and I was a very happy 8-year-old.
Okay.
Oh God, I feel.
I'll have to send you a TikTok, Angel, that I seen the other day. And as a Gordon fan, you probably won't like it, but as a Dale Earnhardt diehard fan and Junior diehard fan, I love it every second of it.
It's probably one that just got sent to me during the broadcast too by one of my good friends who's also a very big Dale Earnhardt fan.
Well, I tell you guys what. I hate to cut you off. I hate to tell you what. Angel just made me feel so old by then. Just now.
How's that?
8 years old in 2005, watching Jeff Gordon win a 500, and I'm graduating high school in May of that year.
I was, 2000, I was 5. I was 8. I guess I was 8 as well.
Wow.
All right, well, Jimmy, we'll let you go. Go enjoy this championship. You got a couple of weeks, probably we'll see until season 4 starts to truly go out there and enjoy it. Congratulations again on what was a hard-fought championship season for you.
I appreciate you guys, and I want to give y'all a huge shout out for putting on the show every week. I enjoy going back and watching the race every week. And I'll definitely enjoy watching this one back. So I want to give y'all guys a huge shout out as well.
Hey, we appreciate it. I always say it. You guys put on the show. We just get to talk about it, and truly was a show tonight. So thank you again, Jimmy, and congrats one more time.
I appreciate it. And one final
Go
last
on,
shout
go
out
on,
to
got
my
it.
team Ruff-Neck. God, y'all are so freaking amazing. And let's run it back. Let's run it back next season.
There you go. Got to shout out the teammates always. They are so important in helping us keep calm and cool. So that was Jimmy, your champion. Alan, let's go through our final finishing order, if it'll come up. Okay, so it's not going to come up for everybody, actually.
It's all right.
So we spoke with Chris Ramsey, James Dean there in second, Tim Richardson third, Tony Richards in 4th. Andrew Smith going to round out your top 5. Jeff Scott, the highest of your championship contenders. Unfortunately, too many points behind to make enough of a difference. Would finish in 6th. Champion, Jimmy Rowdy in 7th. Matthew Gall in 8th. Jeffrey Ledford in 9th. Mika Davino will round out your top 10. Dalton Steele, 11th. Stephen Shu would come back to finish 12th, only 1 lap down. Great comeback for him. As well as Jeff Scott. Remember, he was also 2 laps back. Jason Kinney in 13th. Daniel Love in 14th. Johnny Hurst is going to round out your top 15. Alan, do you have, is it coming up for you?
No, but anyways.
You got it anyways.
Chad Hawkins will bring it home 16th. James Wagner, the sponsor of the league, will bring it home 17th. 18th will be Adam Sprinkle. Matthew Ace, the number 96 truck, will bring it home 19th. Christopher Barker, not the night that he wanted to, he'll bring it home in 20th. 21st will be Ben Richards there in that number 56 truck, down 12 spots. Also, Jared Epker in that number 11 truck. Christopher Hodges will bring it home 22nd. 24th will be Edward Fiedler. And winning the race to the beer stand tonight, Angel, will be Rick Baldwin.
Duke, don't make me remove your privileges to comment. He said boo me for being a Jeff Gordon fan. Now,
Whoa!
Great. Thank you again, everybody. Really, what was a fantastic season. It is always my pleasure. I've only missed maybe 1 race over the 3 seasons, and Tony, the late great Tony, would be the only other one I think to have covered that. So. It has been a genuine pleasure. I want to thank everybody as always for joining in chat. I'm gonna miss you guys here over the next couple of weeks while we're off. I always look forward to getting to chat with everyone in YouTube. Alan, it was very nice working with you over the last couple of weeks. I got some great help this year. I mean, I got to we had Sam. Sam was in here for a good portion, of course. Work taking him away from it as part of it. Daniel as well. Daniel had been in and out. We enjoyed his time. So, but Alan, it was a genuine pleasure. And you know what? I'll go ahead and let you sign us off here for the season.
Well, I tell you what. Go first. Couple thoughts. I get to do some shout outs now. Anyways, Angel, I'd like to thank you for having me in here. It's not easy when you get to bounce people back and forth. The producing staff here at SRM definitely has a thankless job as we go through all the motions of putting these races on for the viewers. The other thing too is I want to shout out our significant others who have to, especially mine right above me, who has to hear this every 6 nights a week. So,
yeah, mine's been staring me down, been staring me down for a little while now. So
hey, look, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't get to do this crazy thing. And definitely the league for having us. And I hope this relationship continues on for years to come. Let's see here. The Angel, I shouted you out. Also, the great racing, man. Just the racing in general was top notch this year. So with that being said, as the late great Tony Trapasso would always say, as you walk through life, please don't play in traffic. Good night.